All right, VASOGORGE from Primeval. When I talk about pump pills, we're talking about not a standalone product that you would take on its own always, and sometimes it can work for that. I mean, this product absolutely would be a really simple pump product if you want to use it on its own. But I always look at these as really fun additions to pre-workout. So you're taking your apeshit alpha, which totally isn't out yet, but when it is, this is definitely going to pair well with it. But you want to add some pump to it, right? That's why I really like VASOGORGE, because I honestly kind of already use the main ingredient in this, adding to everything with these little sticks. But this way, I don't have to change the flavor. I could just throw some pump pills in and enjoy the effects. So let's start off and talk about why the 3 ingredients in VASOGORGE are an awesome addition to pretty much every pre-workout out there if it doesn't already contain these 3. So VASOGORGE really kind of is centered around one of my favorite pump ingredients, nitrosogene from Nutrition 21. You guys know if you watch a lot of my content, if you're just here from searching for it and finding a new one, hello, my name is Ben, and we make really awesome videos about sports supplements breakdowns. But if you do watch a lot of our videos, you know that nitrosogene is a really big favorite of mine. It compares really, really competitively to citrulline, citrulline malate, whichever one you use. It also pairs up really well with a lot of other products like nitrates, if you ever find them in the same brand, which you usually won't, but it does pair really well with it because I've added it a lot of times. There's a lot of different applications where nitrosogene just helps the whole formula. I've never seen it take away from anything unless you take too much of it. There is absolutely a limit to how much nitrosogene you take, so be careful because it's powerful. But on that note, we're using full 1,500 milligrams here. And I think one of the biggest downfalls I see in the industry when they're using nitrosogene is they only use 750 or a gram of it. A full 1,500 milligrams of it is like my favorite way to use it. It's powerful. You got to use it at that dose where you're not really getting all the benefits. Now, what is nitrosogene? Well, it's basically a stabilized arginine. If you use arginine back in the 2010s, early 2000s, it was like really all the rage back then, but what we really didn't realize was the bioavailability of it was just really trash. There's a lot of different ways that you can help with that. There's ingredient absorption optimizers and all the different stuff, but Nutrition 21 sells a very competitively priced arginine bonded to silicate mixed with some inositol that boosts a lot of different things. Honestly, it goes into a lot of different pathways, but the biggest takeaway is it's got powerful pump properties to it. The benefits last up to 6 hours, and there's also some cognitive benefits that you will notice from it because it drives blood flow to the brain as well. It increases mental acuity and focus. It has tons of different benefits that we really enjoy. But most notably, if you're taking this before the gym, you're probably coming here looking for some pump. The primary target of nitrosogene overall, without the mental acuity or mental energy, is really just increasing nitric oxide within the body. Now, nitric oxide is the molecule that causes smooth muscle surrounding your blood vessels to relax, leading to vasodilation. Basically, the blood vessel opening up. Now, this is a common phenomenon where your veins and arteries grow in diameter and thus in turn improves blood flow circulation through small capillaries and veins. Where your circulation is better, it fuels performance and nutrient delivery to cells. So not only is it giving you a better pump in the gym, which feels good because your muscles get bigger and you feel awesome and all that, but it also delivers more nutrients, which is going to help with recovery and growth and performance. So that's what leads then to better mental acuity because that blood flow is driving to the brain, which helps the brain perform better. And in one study, after 72 hours of supplementation, 1,500 milligrams for those 3 days, subjects actually felt more energetic. Without a stimulant, they felt more energy, which it isn't surprising considering how fundamental blood flow is to the body's energy supply, but it creates this really well-rounded benefit to taking one product. You get better pumps, you get more mental energy and acuity and focus, and you get a feeling of better energy without the increase in heart rate and blood pressure. If anything, it's gonna be lowering your blood pressure with the vasodilation. I think we've talked about nitrosogene enough. I love this ingredient. I could talk about it all day. Some days I do. Moving forward though, we've got pine bark extract of 250 milligrams. Now, pine bark extract is a lot like nitrosogene. It's gonna help boost nitric oxide, but in this case, it's gonna be doing that by increasing eNOS. Now, it does this because it's chock full of antioxidants, phenolic compounds. Pine bark extract stimulates endothelial nitric oxide synthase, like I said, eNOS, which is the enzyme that actually is responsible for creating nitric oxide. So theoretically through that pathway, we should be producing more nitric oxide alongside nitrosogene in a different pathway, which then kind of boosts it together. VASOGORGE is very effective at this. It does an awesome job of providing a great pump without tons of different powders. We've got 1,500 milligrams of nitrosogene. We had another 250 here in pine bark, and we had a last 250 milligrams of pink Himalayan salt here, it's only 2 grams of total powder, but it packs a really nice punch. So talking about pink Himalayan salt at the end here, pink Himalayan salt is, it's not surprising to me, some people may be surprised they added salt here, but salt is one of the most basic compounds for producing a pump. It hydrates you, it helps with your actual muscle contractions, and this particular salt contains more than just sodium, but also magnesium and potassium and some calcium. So this is the perfect ingredient to add in for electrolyte content here. Now, electrolyte support for this kind of product is important because the whole purpose of a pump is to help us work out harder, right? Deliver more nutrients, help us train hard, get all that blood to the muscle. But your muscles aren't going to be actually contracting efficiently if you're not at full electrolyte for your body. Most people, I don't think, are really efficient in getting enough electrolytes. Most people are going to be focusing on water intake, but water intake does not really matter if you're not getting enough electrolytes to make sure that you're using that water. Adding salt to your diet is a really easy way to increase pumps and really better your performance and hydration, but a lot of people are kind of scared of that. I would recommend, if you are scared of salt, if you think that it might be a bad thing for you, we have a long form blog on our blog called The Importance of Salt in the Athlete's Diet. It's a bit of a read, but it will be really important for you if you are an athlete, and I think it'll turn around the way that you think about this stuff. And so just like that, with 3 ingredients, we comprehensively add a pump and performance aspect and maybe even some energy and mental focus to your overall pre-workout. If you don't already have nitrogen in your pre-workout, I would definitely recommend you look at VasoGorge. It's cost effective, it's only a couple pills, and it adds to your workout so much. In my opinion, the most effective supplements are the most simple and right to the point with how they attack pathways. In this case, you're adding nitrogen to a pre-workout that maybe you have nitrates in it, so there are not nitrogen alongside it, or maybe you just didn't have nitrogen to start. I definitely recommend that you pick this up and throw it into your pre-workout sometime soon and keep it in your cupboard. At some time, maybe you don't want to take a full pre-workout, maybe you just want a little bit of pump and not be worrying too much about stimulants. Throw a couple caps with some water and head off to the gym. As always, guys, I do have to say, I got this product for free. We do have a business affiliate relationship with Primeval, but I've been a fan of Primeval for a long time, since before I even knew the guys there. These guys make some really nice stuff, and they know their market. They're not here to give you a kitchen sink formula of something that isn't gonna perform well. They really only produce stuff that their market appreciates, and they keep them taken care of. They keep them healthy, they keep them training well, and they give you guys the stuff that you're looking for. VasoGorge definitely does that. I think it delivers really, really well on a simple formula that's always gonna work. At the end of the day, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'd love talking about VasoGorge, Primeval, or any kind of pump products for that matter. As always, thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.